My name is Dustin Gehring, and I proudly represent the AO staff of Northwest Local School District. If we haven't met yet, let's fix that tonight. Let's make sure we get a chance to meet. Boy, it is an exciting night, isn't it? Let me hear from you. Is it exciting tonight? It is sure a wonderful night to be a part of this school district, to be a part of something special. This is number 3 for the team, and so far it's been absolutely outstanding. I just need to know one thing. Do I have any Struble Blue Jays in the house tonight? Are you here tonight? That's not bad, but I gotta be honest, the Taylor Tigers brought a little more enthusiasm. I'm gonna give you one more shot at it. Do I have any Blue Jays here tonight? It is great to be with you. We have a couple of folks we want to introduce. We'll do some ribbon cutting, and then the place is yours. You'll be able to go everywhere in the building, all the floors, see the classrooms, and many of our staff members are here, so you'll get to meet them as well. To my left, we want to introduce a couple of folks. First off, our board president, Ms. Pam Detzel. Let's hear from Ms. Detzel. Also to my left, our board vice president, Mr. Bob Engel, joins us tonight. We want to welcome board member Mr. Jim Detzel. We want to welcome board member Joe Yoshimura. Let's hear it for Joe. And to my left is board member Mr. Mark Gilbert. Let's give Mark a big round of applause. Thanks for being here. I know that they're amongst us as well. We have a couple of former board members that were absolutely critical and a big part of this project. We want to welcome Mr. Chris Heather and Mr. Michael Harlow. I know they're here with us as well. There we go. Thank you for being here. We have a number of partners that we want to welcome as well. We want to welcome our partners from Hamilton County ESC, all of our business partners for the school district. We want to say welcome to you. We want to say welcome to our Colerain Chamber of Commerce members and the board members as well. Thank you for being here. Special recognition goes out. We have a couple of our trustees here from Colerain Township. We want to welcome Mr. Dan Unger. Let's hear it for Dan. Mr. Raj Kabul, let's hear it for Raj. He's over there to my left. And also Colerain Township trustee, let's hear from Mr. Greg Insko. He's also with us. Thanks for being here. Also with us from the township, Mr. Jeff Mills. Let's hear it for Jeff. He's around. Thanks for being here with us. And we also want to welcome our fiscal officer, Ms. Heather Harlow. Let's welcome Heather. Thank you for being here. We have a very special recognition as well. We want to welcome Hamilton County Commissioner, Mr. Todd Portune, also a graduate of Struble Elementary. How about that, folks, right back there to the left? Thank you for joining us tonight. We know that we have a bunch of other folks as well. We want to welcome our Springfield Township trustees, our Green Township trustees as well. We want to welcome also, we've had a number of them come through, so we do want to say thank you. Mr. Lewis Blessing's been joining us at all of these. We want to say thank you to him. And then we also want to take a moment and say thank you to those individuals that keep our kids safe. We want to welcome all of our first responders that are here tonight. Big round of applause for all of our first responders. Thank you for keeping our kids safe. They're in the back. They like to hide. To my left, a very special welcome to Mr. Chief Denny from Colerain Township. Chief, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Here at Struble, we have a very strong foundation, and that often comes straight out of our PTA. I know that we have a number of PTA members here and our PTA leadership team here tonight. A big thank you to our PTA. A big round of applause for them. We are so very blessed here in Northwest Local School District. We have great partnerships in our boosters programs, both at the north and south end of the district. We want to send a big shout out and thank you to both Northwest High School and Colerain High School booster programs. Let's give them a big round of applause because they support our kids and all that they do. Thank you for your work. Do I have any retired Northwest Local School District staff with us tonight? Let's give these guys a big round of applause. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your years of service. This is a dream, isn't it? It is a dream that was birthed many years ago, and so many of you worked so hard, and it's awesome to have you with us and joining us tonight. Outside of the Blue Jays staff, I know we have a lot of other Northwest Local School District staff members. All my Northwest Local School District staff members, raise your hand. Let's give these guys a big round of applause. Thank you for being here. From all the buildings, AO, everybody. We want to say thank you to you. Very, very special welcome, and we're extremely excited to have them. Boy, they have shown up in force. Do I have any Struble teachers here tonight? Do I have any of you folks? Let's hear it for our staff here at Struble. These guys are going to get this thing done. It is wonderful to be in a building like this. It's absolutely wonderful, but I will tell you, it would just be a building if it wasn't for them. It is the staff that makes it a school. One more round of applause for our staff here at Struble. Thank you for your hard work. And last but not least, before I introduce Mr. Blessing, last but not least, the most important people that are here tonight, because this is you. You did this. Many of you put feet on the ground, walking door to door to get people to say yes, because you had a dream, you saw something special coming, and you did the work. We want to say a big thank you to all of our Struble families that are here tonight. A big round of applause for all of our Struble families. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And most important of all, just in a few days, we got some friends that are going to be walking through these doors and the front doors that are going to be the first students to walk the halls of the new Struble. Let's welcome all of our Struble Blue Jays with a big round of applause. We're super glad to have you here. Thanks for being a part of this. So we sent word across the state and invited everybody we could, and we're so thankful that Mr. Blessing was willing to accept that invitation, and he's been a part of all three of our ribbon cuttings. Let's welcome to the microphone Mr. Lewis Blessing.
Thank you again, and once again, like the last time, sorry I was late. I feel like coming from the east side of town, can I get a boo there for that? I felt like there was a guy with a cart of watermelons in the way, another guy carrying a window pane. It's like nothing I could do to get over here. But be that as it may, I'm thrilled to be here, and it's just amazing the good work that you folks do, and can we get another round of applause for the Northwest Local School Board? They do such a tremendous job. And you know, it's in addition to this building, I mean, the southern part of Coleraine, where I live, I'm actually less than a mile away from where we are today. In fact, 9 times out of 10 on Sundays, we're driving by here on our way to Lake 9 to grab dinner. It's just fantastic being in this area. But it's not just this. There's the developments. You've got the low-income housing that's going to be going in over there. We're behind. Let's see here. It's off of John Rose, and then you also have the new Duke Energy Distributions Operations Center that'll be going in on Coleraine. So there's going to be a lot of good development for an area that, in my opinion, really needs it. But I did want to speak a little bit about education. You know, I had spoken about this the last couple times. And we talk about things we spend money on in Columbus. We'll talk about Medicaid, we'll talk about prisons, higher education, and education, but truly it is education that is the great equalizer. A lot of folks will have children that, they're not as wealthy. They will have kids that don't have the advantages sometimes that the wealthier families have. However, it is our absolutely tremendous public schools in this county and in this state that give them the opportunities to become engineers, doctors, lawyers, whatever they want in life, and quite frankly, that is a great thing, and I wholeheartedly support that. So with that, I will read this resolution here from the state of Ohio, and signed, of course, by our new Speaker of the House, Ryan Smith. On behalf of the members of the Ohio House of Representatives of the 132nd General Assembly of Ohio, we are pleased to congratulate Struble Elementary School on its ribbon cutting, August 14th, 2018. Celebration of this event is a fitting tribute to Struble Elementary School for its faculty, staff, and administrators will certainly ensure the best for their students. As they observe the opening of this new facility, the many fine individuals responsible for this school can be proud of the contributions they have made to the community and of their dedication to providing each student with a quality education. Struble Elementary School will undoubtedly expand the opportunities available to area students, and in doing so, it will have a tremendously positive impact on countless lives in the community. We applaud those who have lent their aid and support to this noteworthy endeavor, and all taking part in this celebration are deserving of the highest praise for their civic commitment. Thus, with great pleasure, we commend Struble Elementary School on its ribbon cutting and extend best wishes for the future. Thank you.
So I want to take just one moment and I want to put my community hat on just for a second. There are two men to my left that I want to take just a second and say thank you because I have an opportunity to do so. In front of me are my two children that are going to attend here at Struble. And when I got a chance today to walk them through this building and to see the look on their face and the excitement in their eyes, I was blown away. I was truly speechless, as you will be as well, when you get to take your children through these halls. And it is because of the hard work of a lot of people, but I want to commend two people in particular who saw a vision and has seen it through. First off, I want to say thank you to Chris McKee. Thank you for giving my children a school they can dream about. And also to my left, I want to thank Mr. Todd Bowling for giving my children an opportunity to go to a place like this. And with that, I'd like to welcome him to the podium. Let's welcome Mr. Todd Bowling.
Good evening. How exciting it is. We'd like to welcome our community members, students, parents, staff, Colerain Township trustees, Board of Education, current and past members, and all of our outstanding business partners. It's been a fast 2 years. I cannot tell you how excited I am to see our kids have the opportunity to attend one of the best, if not the best, learning institution in the United States. We are very proud of our schools. Our community has worked hard to provide for their family and others, and that's what makes Northwest Central School District a great place to live. Today is the culmination of a lot of hard work, years of dedication to making sure our students have the very best opportunity to be educated and to become successful. Today we start new traditions. Today we celebrate our new buildings for the best students anywhere. As we closed out last school year with ceremonies, we talked about our memories at Welch, PRE, Taylor, Struble, and Weigel. We are now at the point where we could start new memories and celebrate the beginnings of Struble Elementary. I think an important piece is we asked where our Struble kids were tonight. Remember, it is now a combination of Weigel and Struble kids. Weigel will not be forgotten. We will find a way to acknowledge Weigel in this building, and Ann and her family and how it existed and came about. So this is the start of what we ended last year, but the new beginnings for our kids will be something that will last for the next 30 to 50 years. Or at least that's what the builders told me. We're good for at least 50 years on our warranty. I can imagine how excited our teachers and students are as they move in. But you know, we can do all kinds of celebrating. We can talk about the name of the school, but it is the staff at a school that makes it everything. It's not the superintendent, it's not the Board of Education, it's not people in central office. It is my folks over here to the right that will work in the kitchen. It is my folks who will drop them off in the buses every morning. It is our aides who are in our classroom. And you know, a lot of times in education we say teachers. When I say teacher, that's everybody. Everybody is teaching on a daily basis for them. But our teachers will make personal connections with our kids. They will supply them with stories and lessons that will last them a lifetime. And that is what will make Struble so special. On top of that, we have two outstanding co-principals that I will introduce in a few moments. Their leadership and the staff and the teachers that we have around us is just unbelievable. So thank you for being here tonight and taking your time to be with our kids. Today there are people like myself in the audience that at one time or another attended schools in the Northwest Oklahoma School District, and today you're seeing your kids get to start a new school for our district. I'd like to take some time to thank some important people real quick. First of all, Chris McKee. Chris is our business director and has been outstanding, working 60 to 80-hour weeks for the last year and a half. Chris has monitored everything that's going on and made sure that the community got everything they wanted. Most jobs of this size require that school districts hire extra people to monitor the process. Chris never wanted that, and you know what? We never needed that. He did what he needed to do. So thank you, Chris, for everything you have done. The next is the partnership and collaboration we've developed with SHP, Skanska, and Megan. And I could say Megan and Skanska, but I'll say Skanska and Megan so I can make them both happy and I don't get yelled at. They were chosen by current school board members and then Michael and Chris, who were part of the last school board. And the choice they made is what got us here. Not only did we build 3 new buildings, state-of-the-art, best in the state of Ohio, best in the nation, but we air conditioned all our other buildings because they found ways to get the cost down. So one, we got every extra we wanted. If you'll notice over here in the cafeteria, you have these inserts. What will go in there is booths that the kids can earn to sit in at lunch, and everything else you see in the building, including the slide. So the partnership you get with them is usually a builder comes in and says, no, we can't afford that, it's off the list. It was never like that. We told them what we wanted, they did their best to get what we wanted. We changed designs that SHP had worked on, and it never was, they took offense to what we asked them to change. It was a partnership and a collaboration that we were able to put all this together. So the good thing I want to remind all of you is once you see the inside of this building, the other 2 are exactly the same. That was allowing us to save some money. The colors do alternate on the outside, but the facilities we have could not have happened without Megan, Skanska, and SHP. So some people I would like to thank. First of all, from Skanska Megan, Chris Hopper, pre-construction Dave Williams, Kathy Nwanko, construction Chris Soto, Struble individually, Dave McGee and Jacob McGee. From SHP, Lauren Della Bella, Todd Thackeray, Mike Shoup, Greg Lewis, Nicholas Afdazi, Brian Oldigus, Carrie Malatesta, Jenny Gallo, Emily Hart, Kenzie Harmon, Ed Melvin, Jim Messner, Ryan Hanslick, Ron Cobb, Andrew Himmelgard, Jacob Fayola, and Mary King. And lastly, a big piece that helped and assists with building also is Kleinagers and Mr. Steve Corte. So a big thank you to all of them. If we could give them a round of applause. Two more groups I'd like to thank. First is our FAC, our Facility Advisory Committee. Their assistance in making decisions and monitoring how we worked collaboratively was very important to keeping the project on time, under budget, and assisting with making decisions to what extras would be added to the project. 2 very important community members, one that could be here tonight and one that could not. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Rich McVeigh, who could not be here tonight, but I'd also like to thank Mr. Robert Martin, who could be here tonight. So Robert, Rich, thank you very much. Also on our FAC committee was board members Bob Engel and Jim Detzel, and building administrators from the district. Lastly, I would like to thank the board members for having the vision of what was needed for our community, students, and staff to better our opportunities for students. We didn't just build 3 new schools, we air conditioned the entire district, made additional improvements at each of our buildings. It was not the original plan, but through collaboration, it was all able to come together and happen. So, congratulations on the opening. At this time, I would like to introduce our board president, Mrs. Pam Detzel.
Good evening. Are we excited to see the new building? All right. I just want to take a couple minutes to share. This is, as Todd said, this is our 3rd and final ribbon cutting, and this is very, very overwhelming. I think all of it collectively seeing everybody, and I've had several people share some stories with me tonight that already got me crying, and my husband said, well, what are the stories? And I'm like, I can't tell you right now, I'll tell you on the way home. It's just to see the smiling faces, to see community members that no longer have kids in school but that are here tonight. This is for our community. And I am so glad that so many of you are here to see this and get the opportunity to tour this, even if you don't have any students anymore that will be attending this school. Todd touched on a lot of people that he thanked. A couple things I want to share. Two things that I'm extremely proud of as a board member and accomplishments the board has accomplished. The biggest thing, number one, is the team we selected with Megan Skanska and SHP. I don't know if you know, but not only are 3 brand new buildings getting ready to open, and as Todd said, every other building air conditioning, but this project is on time and under budget. That doesn't happen, so let's give a big round of applause again for Megan Skanska and SHP. For those of you that attend a board meeting, you will see on a regular basis that Pete Becker, Evans Nwanka, and Chris Soto, they attended meetings all the time, keeping us updated, showing us pictures, talking to us about the budget. It was a team effort, and we are so, so thankful for them, so thank you. Also with SHP, I would like to thank Mike and the whole design team, not only for the exciting slide coming down in the media center, but as you walk around the building, you're gonna see a lot of unique things. Check out the courtyard, and when you look at the courtyard and you see the places that you're able to sit, those came from property of the 3 buildings. The trees, they're gorgeous. Other things, for example, normally none of us see the mechanical room. You're gonna see, they didn't put a concrete wall over it. It's glass from floor to ceiling to get the kids thinking and inspiring them to ask questions about what is going on under all back there. It's very, very unique, so we're very, very fortunate. A couple other things, and a group of people that have worked nonstop. It was very, very stressful at the end of the school year. We needed the teachers out a day or 2 after school was out, especially here because we had to get that old building knocked down to get this new one going. We need to thank our custodians. They have worked nonstop, and we could not do this without all of our custodians. And real quickly, I talked to Jenny Key, and we were talking about somebody at the last ribbon cutting said, well, you've been working on this, what, a couple years? No, this has been a vision for this district for 20 years. Ever since we started with Montford Heights, it was a dream that all of our students in the district and all of our staff would have the opportunity to teach and learn in an environment like this. So we are so, so excited that this has come to fruition. And I want to thank the community for supporting us. And now I got to share 2 stories. The first one is at, I believe, our Taylor opening. At the end, when everybody had already toured the building and was gone, there was one woman, and she was sitting at the table and she was crying. And the principal walked over to say, is everything okay? And she looked at her and said, I am very poor and my family is very poor. And this is a school for rich people. This is what I've always dreamed that I could provide for my kids, and I just can't believe I'm doing it. I want to tell you, it doesn't matter what your address is. It just doesn't matter what part of the community you live in. Every single child in the Northwest Local School District deserves this. And every single staff member deserves to work in a building like this. So again, thank you to the community. And there's one crying in front, I'm going to try not to look. And lastly, someone, and I shared this at Pleasant Run's opening, but there is a member of the team that a lot of you will know. It is a former teacher, a former administrator and coach, had his entire educational career in the Northwest Local School District. After he retired, his second career was working with SHP in the design team. We have talked for, like I said, 20 years about this. And there is nobody in our school district or in our community that cares more about the kids in this district than Mr. Jerry Durr. So please, a round of applause for Jerry. Thank you. He's been here every step of the way, making sure everything's gone just right. And lastly, I just want to remind all of you, all of this was done, including the air conditioning in every building. It didn't raise your property taxes, not 1 cent. So thank you very much.
Again, like Pam said, we spend time on this, but there's a lot of people this could not happen. And Jerry Durham, Mike Parkinson, Skanska Megan, Pete, Evan, I mean, it's just unbelievable that we got to this point, so we are very grateful. At this time, I would like to introduce two important people, the co-principals of the new Struble Elementary, Ms. Karen Grayson and Mr. Trey Richmond.
Woo! In case you aren't sure, I am Trey. This is Karen. As a 16-year employee of the district, this has to be one of the most exciting times for myself. And I've come from the north side, and now I'm coming to the south side. So I look forward to working with the Struble students, the Struble parents, and the Struble staff. And I can't wait to see your reactions when you see this building, because it is absolutely amazing. And please introduce yourself, say hi to me. I look forward to working with all of you this school year.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Struble. I am excited and honored to be still standing here as co-principal of Struble Elementary alongside Mr. Richmond. We just want to say a huge thank you to our Struble team, our staff members, our custodians. Please give them a big round of applause. They have worked tirelessly all week to get this building ready for this event tonight. And I echo what Trey said, you are going to be amazed when you walk through those halls. We are super excited. I also want to thank a special person that we've gotten to know at Struble. This person has taken very good care of our Struble community. And when I say our community, I'm talking about our students, their family, our staff. That would be Dave McGee from Skanska. He, along with his son Jake, have worked to create a partnership with us at Struble. There wasn't one day where we didn't feel we could reach out to Mr. Dave and say, this is what we need. Some days may have been a little more dusty and loud than others, but he was always quick to jump in and help us so we could continue learning with the build process. So a big round of applause for him, please. All right, with that being said, you know I love a good drum roll. So drum roll, everybody. Come on, a little louder. I'm gonna turn this back over so we can get that ribbon cut.
Here we go. In 5, congratulations, Struble. The building is open.
mighty fun to me.
So do you want to go downstairs or do you want to go there? Is there a way to get downstairs here? Oh, okay. Oh, I bet.
His would be like setting up the software. They set up the software on your computer and stuff with the.
Awesome.
So he would do that and probably
Okay.
do a little more small group and.
Okay.
Yeah. What is he tomorrow? Is that tomorrow at
Yes.
school?
Yeah.
I think he was just doing sessions.
I was
and
getting
you look exactly alike now. So
So I'm putting my little owl back on the other side of him, because he's my list.
There, right there.
Please, I'm gonna beg you now.
Nope.
I don't want
Fish. Wait, try doing it from the left. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Awesome. I just fell. Mira, aquí está su nombre, pero no está aquí. Vamos, creo que está allá. Don't wait. Run hand in. Can you let your sister do it a minute?
All right, guys, come on. Oh, be careful, bro. No, I'm not gonna go all the way down. No, wait till they get up here. It's not that big.